Today we're tackling a topic that's top of mind for so many of us, hybrid work. We've heard the promises, more flexibility, greater personal choice, and a better way to blend our professional and personal lives. While the potential is absolutely there, the reality of making hybrid work actually work can be, well, let's just say it comes with its own set of hurdles. Instead of this idea of a perfect work-life balance, which we know is an impossible idea, we're going to talk about finding your flow, your integration in this new world of work. It's about recognizing that work and life aren't always separate scales, but intertwined parts of our overall experience. So, if you're navigating the ups and downs of hybrid work, whether you're an employee trying to find your rhythm or a manager supporting a distributed team, you're in the right place. From the employee standpoint, hybrid work offers some incredible potential, but it also presents some significant challenges. One of the biggest, as highlighted from research from sources like the Harvard Business Review or McKinsey, is communication and consistency. You're no longer bumping into colleagues in the hallway for quick questions, and the spontaneous brainstorming sessions around the water cooler are hard to replicate. This can lead to the feeling of being out of the loop, missed information, and a sense of isolation, even when you're connected online. Experts point out that the loss of this informal communication can be a major pitfall. Another struggle is setting boundaries. When your office is also your home, the lines between on and off can become incredibly blurred. It's easy to find yourself checking emails late at night or feeling the pressure of constantly being available. This can quickly lead to burnout and impact your personal well-being. Then there's the fairness and visibility factor. Employees might worry about their career progression if they're not in the office as much as others. There can be a feeling that out of sight, out of mind is a real concern. Plus, the logistics of hybrid itself can be challenging. Unreliable internet at home, a lack of a dedicated workspace, or the feeling of constantly switching gears between work and home life can be draining. Now, let's switch gears and look at hybrid work from a manager's perspective. Leading a hybrid team comes with its own unique set of complexities. One of the primary challenges is maintaining team cohesion and a strong sense of culture. How do you foster connection and collaboration when your team is physically dispersed? Sidel Neely, a professor at the Harvard Business School, emphasizes the need for leaders to be incredibly intentional. In her work, she often stresses that leading hybrid teams requires a new level of intentionality in communication and connection. You can't just assume that team bonding will happen organically, like it might in a fully co-located setting. Managers also grapple with performance management and trust. How do you effectively evaluate performance when you don't see everyone in the office every day? There can be a temptation to focus on presenteeism rather than actual output. Gallup's research reinforces the idea that managing hybrid teams effectively means defining clear purposes and values and ensuring remote employees feel recognized. Finally, ensuring equity across the teams, regardless of location, can be a significant challenge, from access to resources to opportunities for development. So with all these hybrid benefits and the employee's desire for flexibility, why are many organizations increasingly asking and sometimes mandating more in-office time? It's a valid question, and there are several key reasons from an organizational perspective. First, there's a strong belief that in-person collaboration sparks innovation and creativity. Many leaders feel that those spontaneous water cooler moments or impromptu brainstorming sessions and the ability to quickly sketch out ideas together in a room are harder to replicate effectively in a purely remote or heavily remote setting. They argue that proximity fosters a different kind of creative energy. Second, company culture and cohesion are a major concern. Organizations often feel that culture is best built and maintained when people are physically together. It's about absorbing the company values, norms, and a way of working through observation, informal interactions, and shared experiences in a common space. There's a fear that an overly dispersed workforce can lead to a diluted and fragmented culture. Third, mentorship and talent development, especially for junior employees, is often cited. The thinking is that learning by osmosis, observing senior colleagues, easily asking quick questions, and receiving informal guidance happens more naturally in an office environment. Finally, some organizations express concerns about productivity and oversight, though this is often a contentious point. While many studies show that remote workers can be highly productive, some leaders feel more comfortable with the visibility and perceived control that comes with having employees on site. There can also be some concerns about the consistent application of company policies and ensuring that everyone has access to the same resources and support while working from different locations. So, we've looked at the challenges from all sides, including why organizations are keen on some in-office presence. Now, let's focus on what we can do to make hybrid work. Well, work for everyone. This isn't about choosing one extreme over another. but finding a suitable integrated approach. For employees, it starts with being proactive about communication. Schedule regular check-ins. And as Kirsten Rourke, founder and CEO of Rourke Training, suggests in her work on communication, adapt your style for online and hybrid interactions rather than just replicating in-person habits. Also, setting boundaries is crucial by establishing clear working hours. Harvard Business Review studies show that teams who communicate and enforce remote policies experience improved performance and job satisfaction. You need to create a dedicated workspace. For managers, the focus needs to be on intentionality and clear frameworks. Develop clear communication protocols. Additional Harvard Business Review studies found that teams utilizing collaborative tools saw a remarkable 25% increase in engagement and productivity. So invest in and encourage use of these tools. Linda Grattan, professor of management practice at London Business School, advises leaders to be empathetic and listen to individuals' needs while also being creative in developing solutions. This includes understanding the why behind in-office days and making that time truly valuable for collaboration and connection. Next, prioritize outcomes over hours worked or location. Focus on what your team is actually achieving rather than where they are working. Build trust by empowering your team members by giving them autonomy. Gallup also suggests having a clear plan for hybrid collaboration and regular check-ins. But how do you measure these outcomes to keep employees accountable? Well, here are a couple examples. 1. Project-based milestones with quality metrics. Instead of tracking daily hours of a software developer, you define clear milestones for the project. Say, phase 1 of X feature completed by the end of sprint 3. Accountability comes from not just hitting the deadline, but also attaching quality metrics. For instance, phase 1 deployed with fewer than 5 critical bugs reported in the first week of testing, or achieving a user acceptance test score of 85% or higher. This focuses on the what, the completed feature, and the how well, quality and user satisfaction, not just how long. Regular check-ins would focus on progress towards these milestones and any roadblocks. Another example would be key results for client-facing roles. For a role like a customer success manager, instead of monitoring calls or emails sent, focus on key results linked with client health and success. Examples could be increase your client retention within your portfolio by 5% this quarter, or achieve an average client satisfaction score of 4.5 out of 5 on post-interaction surveys for your accounts, or successfully onboard X number of new clients with a 90% completion rate of the onboarding checklist within 30 days. These are tangible results that directly contribute to the business goals. Accountability is built through regular review of these metrics and discussion on the strategies to achieve them. By defining such clear measurable outcomes, you empower employees by giving them clear targets, and the accountability becomes about achieving those agreed upon results, fostering a more trusting and autonomous environment. Another solution is to create regular and purposeful opportunities for connection. If in-office days are a part of the model, make them count. Don't just mandate presence. Design experiences that foster what the organization is trying to achieve, be it collaboration, innovation, or team building. Gallup's research also highlights that many hybrid workers do want social interaction with their teams. Lastly, be flexible and adaptable. McKinsey's work on reimaging the office stresses that one size won't fit all. Be open to feedback and willing to adjust your approach. Encourage open conversations about what's working and what's not, considering both individual needs and the organizational goals. Ultimately, thriving in a hybrid work environment isn't about achieving some mythical balance. It's about finding your own rhythm, your own way of integrating your professional and your personal life in a way that feels sustainable and fulfilling. It requires intentional communication, clear boundaries, purposeful communication, and a willingness from both employees and managers to adapt and evolve. What is your biggest challenge or success with hybrid work? Share your thoughts and tips in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.